MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. These two square off on the diamond right after this. Noah Syndergaard gets handed the ball for the fourth and final game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
One of the keys to look for with this guy this afternoon, he's had a really difficult time getting people out with runners in scoring position. Over 300 average against coming into this start. He's really struggled when there's been traffic on the bases, and this is something he's going to have to clean up.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect Harrison Bader. He will lead this one off today. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, this series has been a little bit of back and forth, dropping the first one, finding a way to battle back, and then dropping the third one of this 4-game set. Let's see if they can find a way to tie this rubber game.
You know, D-Row, this is one of those, if you could win game 4 of this series and walk away with a split, you almost feel like you won this series. This is a big one here today.
Outside, 3-0 now. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
Skied into straightaway right. Eaton is under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Batting second, the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Edmundo Sosa, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. So far on the year, Sosa is carrying around a batting average in the 320s. That's what you might call potent.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
And set up behind the dish is Eric Summerskill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Eric Summerskill behind the dish. Really likes to work the ball east-west. What did you like? Did you like north-south, east-west?
I thought east-west, D-Row. The more I could get away with on the outside corner, inside corner, give me a wider plate than a higher plate. I think it's a lot easier to pitch to a wider plate.
Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That misses, so the count goes full now to the second batter of the ball game. On deck, the powerful right-handed bat of Paul Goldschmidt. Now the 3-2 pitch. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. Striding in, Paul Goldschmidt. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. First pitch coming, here it is. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. Goldschmidt or Goldie just for short. He was an 8th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
Not too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The next 3-2. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. It's the Cardinals nothing. Cubs coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Miles Michaelis is on the mound for the Cardinals. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season, and what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this one.
At the plate, Nico Horner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Cubs, the second baseman, Nico.
Now here it comes. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, thanks, Matty B. Hey, you know what, D-Row, this is one they'd like to win right here. They win the first game of the series, drop game 2, win game 3. They'd like to keep the momentum going here, D-Row, win 2 in a row and win 3 out of 4 in this series.
Yeah, you want to definitely get a chance to win this series today. Play good baseball. You don't want to go on that seesaw. We'll give you one, we'll take one. They need to figure out a way to get it done today.
2-1 the count. Lifted down the line in left, and no one will get this one.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Off the plate and low here, ball 1. The average coming in, 257. 9 homers and 29 driven in. One-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed. 1-1.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting the tone, pounding the zone.
Weak grounder down the line at third. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting third, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
So in now for Chicago, Javier Baez. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Here it comes. Skied into straightaway right. O'Neill is camped under this one, and that will retire the side. Cubs are down in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First offering on its way. In there, 0-1. Syndergaard, or Thor as he's often known. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. He'll try again. 1-2.
I love these grinder at bats right here. Kind of a la Wade Boggs in the early 80s, where he would just foul off strikes that he didn't want to hit and wait for that pitch he was certainly sitting on and drive it off the monster.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Austin Dean. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
DeYoung aboard here at first with nobody out. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Sinker. 3-2 now.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
The 3-2 pitch. Curveball, strike 3 called, and he didn't like it, but there's the first out.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he takes ball 1. And it's fouled away. No score here as we play inning number 2. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
The 2-1. It's the outside corner for the second strike. Still 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he fouls this one off. Ready with another 2-2. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Into the bleachers and gone. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 6th home run on the season for him as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Oh, that swing has to feel good right there. If you look at the numbers, this guy does not give up many long balls. To take him deep in this spot certainly is huge.
Into the box now, Brad Miller. Fouled off. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Pitch on the way. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Still only 1 out in the inning. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at-bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
So now to the plate, Tyler O'Neill. As he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And the 32nd pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 2-0 St. Louis. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He was hitless in the shutout last night.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. That's popped up. DeYoung ranging into the outfield. He's there and records the first out.
Batting 5th, the third baseman, Merrifield.
With Merrifield next to bat. He's 3 for 7 in the series coming in. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Nope, outside.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone into the bleachers. A solo shot here for Whit Merrifield. 6th home run on the season for him, and that'll put the Cubs on the board. It's now a 2-1 lead.
That bomb didn't tie things up, but they're only down 1 right now and feeling pretty good they can come back.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber.
The left fielder.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Schwarber is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead cold guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
Squared that one up just a little late. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ, as he'll take a look at ball 1. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. The 1-0.
Oh, up there. Hey.
2 out, nobody on. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Fouled away. And he fouls this one off. Another try at 2-2. Pulled toward right center field. Bader will wait on it. And he will make the catch, so that'll do it. But the Cubs do get one back on the solo home run. We've played 2, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, Heidi, thank you. New inning set to get underway. At the plate, Andrew Kisner, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. And it's quickly 0-2. Into the corner and slicing foul. Grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
To 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry. Gone to lead off the inning. So a solo shot down the line in left. 6th home run on the season for him, and it gives the Cardinals a 3-1 lead.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader.
The center fielder,
As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Same pitch that time, the sinker, but it looked like he made a good adjustment with it.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. Released it from out front much better that time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the feel back for it.
And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Here's a pop-up now. Rizzo has room in foul territory. 1 out. And with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. Digging in for his second at-bat, Edmundo Sosa. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. And it's fouled away.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Smoke toward the hole, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt as he'll take a look at a sinker here. Too low for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. A ball and no strikes. Here it is.
2-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Runners on first with 1 down. Two balls and a strike.
Love the fact the pitcher challenged him in that spot right there. Didn't love the location. But I got to be honest with you, I think he's got him on his heels right now. Don't be shocked if he attacks the zone again.
All even now, 2-2. That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Goldschmidt swings and hits this one very well out to deep left field. Into the bleachers and gone. A two-run home run off the bat of Paul Goldschmidt, number 14 on the season, as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Wow, nothing more demoralizing than giving up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game. There's having a guy's number, and then there's absolutely owning him. This could be the latter.
So Paul DeYoung digs in next. As he'll ground this one fouled off to the left side. Looking at his career totals, DeYoung possesses a slugging percentage above the .450 mark, so he's capable of running into one here. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. 3 runs already home here. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. Happ scoops it up.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Into the box, Austin Dean. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he misses again, 2-0.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. Too high, and it's 3-0. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 3-0 pitch. Hit hard down the left field line, but this is going to get foul.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
And another foul ball. The 3-2 one more time. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Dylan Carlson. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Here comes the first pitch. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. It's there in plenty of time. He's out trying to steal third as they get the lead runner here. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. From the stretch. 2-1.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Set. Here's the 3-1. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Cardinals lead it 5-1. Bottom of the inning now. The next Cub up, Wilson Contreras, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. Is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Still 1-2. Two and 2 to the Cubs catcher.
2-2.
And this is popped up near second base. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning. 1 away now. Here's Adam Eaton.
Eaton.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope, upstairs.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. 1-2 now to Adam Eaton.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that 2-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 2-2 one more time. Skied into straightaway right. O'Neill is under this one, and that's out number 2.
The batter, number 2.
Digging in, Nico Horner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And that misses, ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Hard ground ball to third. Gloved by Miller. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're down here 5-1. Alec Mills answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. So striding in, Brad Miller, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Miller is 6'2" and bats left, but throws right-handed. He was taken in the 2nd round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Coming to the plate now, Tyler O'Neill. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. And this is going to get down out there and should get all the way to the ivy for extra bases. And this throw gets away from him.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
In now, Andrew Kisner. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He homered back in the third inning in this one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone! So a 2-run shot to left center, his second home run of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game. At the plate now, Harrison Bader. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And the pitch. And he lays off for ball 1. 7 runs, an equal number of hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. There to take it is Rizzo, and there are 2 away now.
Now back, second baseman.
At the plate, Edmundo Sosa. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball in there for a called strike. 2 out, nobody on. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Here's a pop-up now. And that'll do it in the inning as the catch is made in the coach's box. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Cardinals 7 and the Cubs 1. Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
And now a pitch on the way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Bader will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. And that brings up Javi Baez. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Two and 0 now. 1 out, nobody on. And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. Now the 3-2 pitch. Fastball too high, ball 4.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Anthony Rizzo. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's set. Here it comes. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Runner goes. Pitch is high. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
It's a little surprising to see them risking base runners by stealing down this many early in the game, but they're choosing to be aggressive. Might work out if they can drive him in now and chip away at that deficit.
2-0 count. The pitch fouled off. Now the 2-1. Fouled away. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit well on the ground to first. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runner will advance to third now. Now to the plate, Whit Merrifield. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. From the stretch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. From the stretch. Popped up. Miller is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Cubs strand 1. They're down 7-1. Ready for another chance? Paul Goldschmidt. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. A swing and a ground ball to third, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. The next 0-2 is a fastball that misses. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Now the payoff pitch home. Skied into straightaway right. Eaton is under it. 1 out. So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring in the Illinois State product, Paul DeYoung. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
0-1.
7 runs, an equal number of hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here.
0-2.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Into the box now, Austin Dean, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. And he lays off the breaking ball there as he moves ahead to 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Fly ball out to straightaway right, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. They're on top 7-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. He said it's been pretty apparent that they're just not finding a lot of hard contact today. There have been a lot of outs on softly hit balls, and while most of the credit for that goes to the opposing pitching, he said it's important for them to continue to make adjustments at the plate. It's games like these where they have to get back to the basics and find a way to generate some offense.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Schwarber.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there for strike 1, 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Fastball just missed above the zone.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
Pulled toward right center field. Bader is there, and he has it for the first out.
The center fielder.
Stepping into the box, Ian Happ. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. A ball and a strike.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all on the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
Here now the 2-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. As he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center, Bader is right there, and he will put it away to retire the side. Cubs are down in order. They're down 7-1. Top half of the 6th about to get started. Striding forward now is the DH, Dylan Carlson. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch on its way. Line towards center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Stepping up now, Brad Miller. No hits to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. In there, 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. So 2 gone now in the St. Louis half of the 6th. And into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball inside.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Now the 2-0. And he fouls this one off. The 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
Pops this one up. Baez into shallow left. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They're on top 7-1. Adam Eaton digging in next. They'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that quite frankly has been non-existent today.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
First offering on its way. Ball 1.
That's inside.
Not close. It's 2-0. Eaton Stands 5'9" as you see him in the left-handed box. He was selected in the 19th round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment. Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Now at the plate, Nico Horner. He was a ground out victim last time up. From the stretch.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
The 1-0. Swinging a blooper to the right side. Coming in is O'Neill. He can't get there as it falls in. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
0-1 the count. None out, runners at first and second. This is line to left. Dean is there, and he has it for the out. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with one out.
Here's Javier Baez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
One and one.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Out of the stretch, here's his 3-1 home. Swing and a miss, good pitch, and it's full now, 3-2.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your A swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Another payoff pitch. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. A diving tag, and he's out at home plate. Oh, he just did manage to hang on to the baseball.
He's trying his hardest to help his guys get back in the game, but this time he had no shot. Applaud the hustle, but the decision was a costly one.
2 away now for the Cubs in the 6th, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo. First pitch on its way. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. 2 down, runners at first and second. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. The 1-1 home.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Here now the 2-2.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
Now the payoff pitch home. Swinging a soft liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. Cubs strand a couple. They're down 7-1. Trevor McGill comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Trevor McGill.
Andrew Kisner will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. It looked like the fastball got away from him there. Grounded weakly to the left. Merrifield scoops it up. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Harrison Bader. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, Matty, and I think that pop out was just a result of poor pitch selection. Got to see the pitch over the heart of the plate. He chased well out of the zone, and as a result, didn't really put a good swing on that.
Now a hard liner toward short, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
Now batting, second baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
Ready once again, Edmundo Sosa. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
1-0 the count. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Two and 1.
I got 2-1 to count.
Here it comes. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now as he drives a liner to right center. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. He'll get it into second. Throw won't get him.
The batter.
Well, that's the difference between a harmless error and a costly one. With the bases empty, that doesn't hurt that much, but with a man on, that allows a run to score.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Paul DeYoung. Runner in scoring position with two gone. First pitch coming. Here it is.
At the ball.
A ball and no strikes. Pops this one up. Rizzo in foul ground. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Cards forced to settle for one. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. Cards lead it 8-1. Whit Merrifield next to hit. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here, but also the offense is obviously not picking anything up today.
The 1-2. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Here now the 2-2. Hit on the ground to third. Miller's got it. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. One away. Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And there's out number 2.
Now batting.
So digging in now, Ian Happ. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Happ is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Happ with a 2-1 count now. This is pulled into right, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Wilson. John Flores.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. Ball 1. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. On his way to pitch number 100. Now it's 2-0. From the stretch.
Count 3-0.
It's amazing how quick an inning can get away from you. You're cruising. First 2 outs are super quick. Little single happens, and now you're down 3-0 with the chance of maybe a little 2-out lightning happening.
Hit the other way out toward right field. O'Neill waits on it, and that retires the side. 1 left for the Cubs. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Now in the box, Austin Dean.
Leading off for the Cardinals, the left fielder, number 38.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball. Ball 1, no strike. Ball. That's it.
With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And there's out number 1. Digging in the switch hitter, Dylan Carlson. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. And, oh, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1. One out, nobody on. Pulled toward right center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
Settling in now, Brad Miller. Here's the first pitch to him. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Ball.
And this is high, a ball and a strike.
1-0.
Here it comes on 1-1.
The count is 2-1.
To 2-2 now.
2-2 count.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Tyler O'Neill would be next. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. And it remains an 8-1 ball game. John Brebbia is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 60, John Brebbia.
In now is Adam Eaton. These two have not faced each other at the major league level.
The right fielder, Adam Eaton.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a ball, 1-0.
Awfully frustrating for a pitcher. You make a close pitch like that just barely misses. Whew, that's a tough one to get back.
Scooped up. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Cardinals are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter, and he'll be very happy with how the day went.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
So now to the plate, Nico Horner, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Bases are empty, one man out. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Upper part of the strike zone, a dangerous pitch with the changeup, but he laid off.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
The 1-2 is looked at off the plate for a ball. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Kris Bryant waits on deck. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. He loses him on ball 4.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH. Kris Bryant hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
O'Neill is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Stepping in, Javier Baez. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Javier Baez.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A runner on first with 2 away. 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
The 2-0 on the way is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Taken, strike 2 called, and it's even at 2-2. 2 out with the man at first. Grounded weakly toward third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Wow, this manager must be pulling his hair out. Not only does he have to deal with this pitcher walking people, now he's got to deal with his defense tripping all over themselves.
So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And set to go is the veteran first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. He's set, and the pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. 2 men are on with 2 men out. This is line to left. And this is going to be a fair ball heading out toward the 355 sign on the ivy. The runner scores from second.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around to score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Row. There's not much you can do. Listen, there are physical and there are mental errors, and you just have to, as a pitcher, go ahead and look past that now and try to pick up your teammate and try to get it out any way you can.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit weakly on the ground to short. DeYoung's got it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Only one in the inning for the Cubs. We've played 8 full. The Cardinals are out in front 8-2. Arodys Vizcaíno enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Arodys Vizcaíno.
In now, Tyler O'Neill. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Tyler O'Neill.
First delivery to him on the way. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Blowing away as he misses again. 2-0. Now the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Baez fields it cleanly, and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow! Standing in, Andrew Kisner. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That's inside.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
The 1-0.
No, that's down.
Vizcaíno is a guy known for his lights-out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit-miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
The 3-0 pitch. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Cardinals, the center fielder, Harrison.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Harrison Bader struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 delivery. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
Man, I really don't know how you swing at that. He must have had his mind up he was going to swing as soon as the ball came out of the pitcher's hand.
The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Right on the corner, 2-2.
Hey, now he's got me confused up here. This is a known sinker baller out on the mound trying to roll a double play, and he throws him a 4-seamer.
Sinker, 3-2 now.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
And the payoff pitch. Runners on first with 1 down. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch home is taken high, but for a called strike 3.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
To the plate now, Edmundo Sosa, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Schwarber will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Cards leave one, but no matter, they lead it 8-2. All set for the bottom of the ninth. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kyle Schwarber. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Nope.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Fouled off. The 1-2. Schwarber connects and sends a ball to deep right field. And it's gone. A solo home run for Kyle Schwarber, number 13 for him on the year. As they cut the gap a bit, it's now an 8-3 ball game. We've seen these squads go yards 6 times now today. This game has developed into an absolute slugfest, huh, guys?
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
The center fielder, number 8.
Standing in now, Ian Happ. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a swing on a high fastball. I wonder if he's going to pull the old Plesac and climb the ladder.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Stepping in now, Wilson Contreras, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Swing and a line drive, but foul. 1 out, nobody on. Again, another foul ball.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Fouled away. Swing and a liner. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
At the plate, Eaton. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And he falls behind 0-2. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Man, a pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Eaton now. Popped him up. Sosa shading to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Nico Horner. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he lays off there 1-0. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center, and he'll make the catch here to end it. And the Cardinals have taken the finale here. They win the series 3-1 as the ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
8-3 is today's final. St. Louis get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Miles Michaelis earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Noah Syndergaard worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious team.